guys, and welcome back to Minnows to Kings here in San Marino, episode 39. We're at the start of season 5. We've got some excellent news which has happened over the summer. If we have a quick look at the league, the San Marino League, we finally went up some places. We were 172nd for a while, we're now up to 159th. We've had a big jump in the league. In terms of the club rep as well, we've had an absolutely massive jump up the league, if I can get to it. Nation-wise as well, San Marino have jumped from 54th to 45th. Those coefficients were still, as it is, set to climb a little bit higher. Obviously we've got this season's European campaign to come into place as well. Qualification places, what that means for next season is, now that we're in 45th place, we get to script the preliminaries next season, so we go straight into the Champions League qualifying first round. We also gain an extra European place for at the end of this season, I believe. In terms of the club, we went up a huge amount. We were 457th, I believe. We're now in the 200s, which is excellent. We had a huge jump. I'll try and find us now. Where are we? There we are. We're 231st, so we've gone up 426 places in the rankings. And if you look at our coefficients there, we're currently on an 8. There's a lot of teams ahead of us who are lower than an 8, which is absolutely fantastic. Ours is just, once we get rid of these two, these zeros and this 1, then we're just gonna that's gonna climb exponentially. So this season will be huge, and then next season we'll drop that 1, and it'll be massive for us. What that does mean, our club rep is this hasn't grown, but the club rep itself is growing. Training facilities are decent now. We've got average youth recruitment, below average youth facilities, so not the greatest there. We are improving the training facilities, as you know. Still, I will keep pestering them to obviously keep expanding if we can afford it. Balance wise, we're at 2 million. We're well underneath the wage budget. You can see we're currently spending 10.5 of our 15. We've still got room to play with as well. We have made a couple of transfers that obviously they haven't joined yet. They can't join yet. We will go over them when they do join. But we've got some very promising French players coming in. We've got these two who are joining. Minnows El Hamari, or Hamiri, if we just have a look at his stats, his attributes. Obviously he hasn't joined yet, so they still are sort of masked. But he is joining. He's joining, I believe, on a free, or no, £32,000 we're paying for him, so not too bad. We're also bringing in Offrey and Bina, again another centre forward, excellent attributes again. Obviously we can't see them properly, but he's another one who we are 16k. There's also some add-ons on that. We've got a few more. I believe they're all French, believe it or not. A couple of Italians, defensive midfielder, deep line playmaker, passing vision, very good. We will go over those in full detail when they do come up into the squad. Obviously transfer window opens on the 28th, but in terms of European registration, obviously we can't actually register these guys yet, and it'd be very difficult, the same as it was last season, for us to register them. Champions League draw. We were drawn against Hibernians of Malta. Should be a very winnable game for us. The winner of that will take on either Sudjeska or FC Santa Coloma. The next round has also been drawn as well. If we go into the first qualifying round, it's going to be one of us 4 teams taking on Astana. Now Astana are quite a big club, so if we did get to the first round, this is probably where our adventure in the Champions League this season would end. I'd put money on it, to be honest. The second qualifying round has also been drawn, so if by chance we did cap past Astana, we then face Basel, which is where it would definitely end. But if we can get to the first qualifying round again, that would be excellent. Get ourselves into the Conference League again, put again a decent run in the Conference League. That would be absolutely massive for us. Squad wise, nobody new's come in, nobody's left yet. I don't believe anybody's left yet. No, nobody's left. Nobody left at the end of last season. Oh, Muller and Bider have left. They've gone to Holbach on their free transfers. I believe Filippo Frazzari has also left, but that might have been one that happened last season. So in terms of the squad, it's very, very similar to what we had last season. The game against Cosmos, not Cosmos, we're Cosmos. The game against Hibernians is actually taking place in Gibraltar again. They seem to like these have these preliminaries in Gibraltar. It's taking place at the Victoria Stadium. But this is the lineup that we're going to go with. You can see there just the unregistered players. We've got a few players in on trial as well, just trying them out. We're going to Ravelli's on international duty, so we can't bring him in. We're going to have to bring in Giacomo Valentini for Luca Tonazzi, who is still carrying a little bit of an injury. He's back in 2 days. But the lineup we're going to go with, it should be very, very familiar to you all by now. We've got Reynaldo in goal, Hedegaard and Fontana as the two central defenders. Just a quick look at how they're developing. They're not too bad. Fontana, again, is sort of developing. He's got very good physicals, but not too bad. We've got Adamoli at the left wing back there. Again, for the level of football that we're playing at, they're not bad players. You can see that by the fact we're dominating the league. They are advancing a little bit. Caradonna is Polygon in terms of his mentals. He's pretty decent. Zaffi, obviously we are bringing in a replacement for Zaffi. Diarra's going to get the nod at box-to-box midfielder ahead of Orselli for this game. Again, he's got good physicals for this level. Our star man, Cooper Mazes, the box-to-box midfielder. He's still not quite a natural at that position, but just look at his attributes here. You can see he's absolutely a fantastic player. Could do with slightly better finishing. Other than that, he's got nothing below a 10. He's still improving as well. Still growing, believe it or not. He's 5'8". The 19-year-old, and it's a familiar front three for the European games. We've got Rossi, Manisco, Caccianella and Di Cristofaro. Caccianella, he's not developing how I'd like him to, really. He's sort of tailing off a little bit, but we are bringing in a couple of new strikers, and Di Cristofaro, again, has not really shown any signs of development, but he's got, you know, good, for a poacher, he's got some pretty decent attributes. He's off the ball and his composure could be a little bit better. But that's going to be the squad for today. They're all this first match, this first game of the season for us. They've not long come back off their holiday. It's very, very early on in the year to start your season. They've only had a couple of weeks off, really. The 24th of June. Our season doesn't start till September. I want to be impressed. As I say, we should really be beating a team from Malta. In all reality, we should comfortably beat a team from Malta. So we'll be looking to do just that. I've got no idea about these other two teams, the ones that we could face in the second round. I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of either of them. But we will have a look at them if we get to that point. Anyway, Cooper Mazes feeding Manusco Caccianella. Can he get himself on the end of it? He can. Has he got anybody to pull it back to? He does. Di Cristofaro's there. And we are up and running inside 6 minutes of our season. Absolutely fantastic start by the lads, considering how poor the match fitness is. It's a great ball by Cooper Mazes. Manusco Caccianella runs onto it. Weighs up his options. He's got nobody in the middle, but he does put it back to Di Cristofaro, who's managed to find himself a couple of yards of space. And it's a comfortable finish for him, for the young Italian. Great start. Now, can we capitalise on that and extend our lead? That would be absolutely brilliant. If this was a nice, easy game for us, we can make some changes. We are coming forward again. That's a poor pass by Manusco Caccianella, but Caradonna does pick up the pieces. He finds Zaffi, who finds Diarra. Now it's Kevin Rossi. It comes back to Zaffi. It's Cooper Mazes. Caradonna looking to beat his man and get the ball into the box, which he does beat his man. He pulls it back to Mazes. Now it's Diarra. Diarra with the effort there. Not the greatest effort, but it's a chance. It's, you know, we're piling the pressure on. Anyway, corner now to be swung in by Adamoli, looking for Hedegaard. Nicholas Hedegaard with his first goal of the season. Great header from the corner. I believe we've just signed Hedegaard to a new contract, so we are now keeping him here for another year with a year extension if we choose so. Depends on where we're at in a year. and what type of players that we can buy. Now that we have got that outreach to France somehow. Anyway, can we do it again? Oh, we nearly can. Yeah, we seem to have signed a few French players, so clearly we are growing in stature. We're being noticed abroad. I can now scout abroad as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So Cosmos are growing. They're growing very, very nicely. It's took us a few years to sort of get to the point where the league rep's grown. We're massively climbing up the rankings in Europe, largely in part to our excellent run that we put on in the Conference League last season. Caradonna now, can he pull the ball back? He does. He finds Diarra. Diarra has another poor effort from outside the area. I need to tell Diarra to stop shooting because he's not very good at it. He's not very good at it. What is his finishing and his long shots? 7 long shots and 6 finishing. Yeah, Diarra, you need to stop shooting, mate. I believe we've actually brought in a replacement for Diarra at this position. We've got replacements for Zafi and Diarra. They are both playing very well in this game, though. I would say I'd like to rotate the squad as much as I can, but because we have to register 25 players for the league in the season, it seems a bit pointless having more than 25. So we might look to maybe cash in on a couple of them. It won't be massive amounts just because of the type of players they are, but maybe we could even send them on loan. That's an audacious effort there from Di Cristofaro from about 25 yards out, and it was unlucky just to miss. Yeah, we could loan some of these players out, some of these players who are going to be fringe players. We could loan them out into San Marino, maybe help some of the other teams, particularly the ones who are playing in Europe. We've had a lot of highlights this half, haven't we? It's a shame it's only 2-0. Fontana into Diarra. Can Diarra carry the ball forward? No, he does a little trick. Rossi with a great ball out to Adamoli. The wing backs are integral to the way we play. He gets it back from Di Cristofaro. Can he get the ball in? Or is not? He comes back to Diarra instead, who does get the ball in, and it's Manisco Catronella there. Gets his head on the ball, and it's a pretty much game over after 36 minutes. I've probably just jinxed it now, to be fair, but that should. We're not going to lose 3 goals, surely not to Hibernians. It's a great team goal. Started at the goalkeeper, and Catronella's on the end of it, and we really have hit the ground running so far this season, which I'm very, very pleased about. Still 0 in the other game between Sujetska and FC Santa Coloma. Like I say, I've never heard of either of them. Couldn't tell you what country they're from. Not a clue. Santa Coloma appear to have a Romanian flag in their badge, maybe. It could be Romanian. Hibernians with a rare attack, but it's comfortable for Fofana, who had a lot more time than that. He could have brought that down, but instead he's given the ball back to them. Now it's Six Smith. Isquier inside to. Have we really just done that? Have we really just given away a penalty just before half time? We're absolutely cruising in this game. And Thaler sends Reynaldo the wrong way, and we've given Hibernians a lifeline. It's just stupid from Hedegaard. What are you doing? I suppose that's one of the problems with having such a young squad is, they're just not very clever. Anyway, we go straight back to being 3 goals ahead with Davide Di Cristofaro, a great work down the right hand side by Caradonna, and it is going to be 4-1 going into half time. It's just disappointing to concede that goal. It's such a stupid goal to concede. But we made that look easy, to be fair. Yeah, we're battering them. This is comfortable. We've had 27 shots with 13 on target. It's very, very comfortable for us. Just such a stupid goal to give away. We will look to make some changes. This is essentially our pre-season, so this is our friendly games. Diarra with the short throw-in, and it's Catanella. It's a great save by the goalkeeper there, but we're still coming forward. They are going to clear it now, I believe, with Fenech, who feeds a Sultana. is queer. Can we get the ball back? No, it's the end of the highlight. At 55 minutes on the clock. I've paused it and then pressed play. Like an idiot. Let's get some fresh legs onto the pitch. Let's bring on... We don't need to change the strikers, they're not very tired. Let's give Cooper a rest. He's not had the best of games. We'll bring on Postiglione. We'll also take Diarra off and put Federico Vanucci on. We'll add Amoli for Valentini as well, and we'll stick with those three. Hopefully we don't pick up an injury. But let's get these three some match fitness. Postiglione, not really a player who plays for us, to be honest. We're just with the injuries, and we've got a couple of key players on international duty. Postiglione got the nod on the bench. Either that, or I just forgot to take them off. But their goalkeeper gives us the ball straight back, and now it's Nicholas Hedegaard. He's got Fontana, who goes to Vanucci, who goes long to Caradonna. Caradonna inside to Postiglione, back to Caradonna. Can he look to get himself another assist? He pulls it back instead to Postiglione, who gets the ball across to Valentini. Valentini now pulls it back to Di Cristofaro, and I believe that's a hat-trick for Di Cristofaro. It sure is. What a fantastic start to the season for him, and that puts us 5-1 up in this game. Great play again from the wing-backs. Poor cross there by Postiglione, unless he was looking for Valentini, but Valentini sorts the rest out, and Di Cristofaro there doing exactly what a poacher should do, which is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, can we now get a sixth? We've got Caradonna now, Minusco Caccianella, who comes back to Caradonna again. Now it's Vanucci. Vanucci, it's cannoned off the defender, but they've hacked it clear. But we are coming again with Fontana, who comes back to Nicholas Hedegaard. Zaffi, Postiglione, he's going to look out to Caradonna. Caradonna, can he drive to the byline, get the ball in? He can. It's Kevin Rossi. Kevin Rossi just puts his foot through that and smashes it past the goalkeeper for 6-1. And that is game over. It's 100% game over. We're not going to concede 5 goals, surely not. Surely not. He's leathered that. He's absolutely leathered it. I'm surprised the ball hasn't come out the back of the net. He's hit that hard. I'm very, very happy with this for the start of the season. We've got it's a decent attendance as well for June. I wonder if we've got some holiday makers come to see Cosmos for their summer holidays. Caradonna wins the defensive header. Postiglione, Rossi, Di Cristofaro feeds Minusco Caccianella. Has he got the pace to get there? He does. He's been forced out wide though. He comes back instead to Federico Vanucci for his first goal of the season. And it's now 7. It's 7. It's 7. I said that we should win this comfortably against the Maltese team. And we have. We have. It's been a canter, really. It's been an absolute canter. We just had that one silly error from Hedegaard to give away that penalty. It's 7-1. Caradonna with 2 assists. He's got 9 key passes. Can we make it 8? It's towards Hedegaard, and we can make it 8. It's Giacomo Valentini now getting in on the score sheet. The replacement left wing back. We've scored twice in 4 minutes. We're absolutely battering them. Apologies if you can hear a dog barking in the background. It's one of my neighbour's dogs. I'm currently sat in the kitchen recording. The wife starts work very early in the morning, so she's upstairs in bed, and the room where I normally record is just next door to her. So I'm down here in the kitchen, the furthest point away from her I can be, basically. So I might be a little bit echoey. There's a dog barking in the background. My next door neighbour's dog. 40 shots with 20 on target at a 4.63 XG. It's absolutely fantastic performance. Who are we going to be playing in the next round? Let's have a quick look. That will be obviously the second episode. Santa Coloma won 4-1. When I looked in the game, I was going to say I looked in the game and they were still drawing 0-0, but their kickoff was a lot later than ours, which is obviously why it was showing up that way. Santa Coloma are in fact an Andorran team. Excuse me, that's not a Romanian flag. Apologies. We should really be beating a team from Andorra, really. They've got one player, one key player, 30-year-old Spaniard. Again, attribute masking, not really showing us anything helpful there. But yeah, we've thumped them there. We've absolutely thumped them. It's 85k in the bank. Di Cristofaro with a hat-trick. Body language remains unchanged. But we've thumped them. Arnold is casting an eye over the progress of Cooper Mazis for his next Australia squad. Australia boss Graham Arnold. Is Graham Arnold the full Australian squad manager? He is, I believe. That would be interesting if Cooper Mazis gets a call up. He's not had a single youth app yet. He's obviously, if you just have a look at his polygon, he's very, very good. Champions Cup pits a Cosmos against FC Santa Coloma, and that is going to be in 3 days' time, so not really a lot of rest. That's going to be the next episode, though. As always, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. If you would like to see any more, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Please also hit that like button, helps me out massively. And I'll catch you all next time.